All right, Shalom. Want to start off saying Barakatah Yahweh and Barakatah Yahushai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. I'm going to say, call Allah Yahweh, La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. All right, double honors to our apostles, Elder Great Millstone. Peace and mercy be unto the Lord's elect out there teaching the word of truth and sincerity. All right, back at y'all with another video. All right, and real quick, man, I'm just chilling by the lake or whatever, and like I was looking at this. I don't know if it appears on the screen, but I'm gonna try to zoom in. That part, yeah. All right, you can probably see it now. That part over there is the like the land mass, as you can see, like, you know, the rocks and stuff like that. Then it starts to get to the land mass and stuff like that. But I thought about that. I thought about the scripture in Esdras where it mentioned when the angel Uriel speaking to Esdras. I'm gonna just get it, cause like I said, I thought of this or whatever. How everything has an ordinance, man. Even I'm gonna bring it over here real quick. Even if you can see these birds flying. You see this bird right there, those birds flying. You know, you see the geese, all right, swimming. All right, you see all these things, man. Like you see all these things, man. That has ordinance, or they're playing a position to where they pretty much can't go outside of those parameters, all right, if you will. So I thought of the scripture, and I'm gonna just bring it out, man. All right, and I'm gonna start it from the top, and I'm gonna jump around. You know, jump around. Second chapter 4 verse 1. And the angel that was sent unto me, whose name was Uriel, gave me an answer and said, Thine heart hath gone too far in this world, and thinkest thou to comprehend the way of the Most High? Because Esdras at this time, obviously he was asking Uriel questions about, like, you know, the world and the position that him and his people are currently in. And you know, for obviously when you start reading, like, Uriel's thinking, like, you know, you going too far with certain these questions, man. It's just like Jake, man. Like, and that's just our people do it. I don't believe Jake does that in like a prideful manner. They just sincerely want to know why things are the way they are. You know what I mean? But some things you're just not gonna know. All right, some things we're not gonna. Even brothers in the camp and stuff like that. You know, like a lot of younger brothers be asking, like, brothers certain questions, and sometimes we have the answers for them, sometimes we don't. But like I said, some things are not just meant to be answered on this side, man. Now, a lot of the things we will get answered to us by Yahushua himself when we get in the kingdom. But for as far as right now, in this kingdom that we're in right now, America, we're not going to get a lot of stuff answered. All right, and Esau has hid a lot of information as well too. But so like I said, I just thought about that in the scriptures. But I'm gonna keep reading. It says, verse 3. It says, then said I, yea, my Lord, and he answered me and said, I am sent to show thee three ways, and to set forth 3 similitudes before thee. I say, wherefore, if thou canst declare me one, I will show thee also the way that thou desirest to see, and I will show thee from whence the wicked mind cometh, man. Yeah, so, and then when you read the 3 similitudes, which I ain't gonna go into it, but pretty much he asked them some impossible questions that he knew he couldn't answer, because like I said, it's just certain things that we're not gonna know on this side. But he said he's gonna show him, if he can answer one of those similitudes, he's gonna add Uriel, he's gonna answer Esdras. Alright, but he couldn't, so he didn't give an answer. But he did give an answer to certain other things that he was contemplating on when Esdras got to ask Uriel. So I'm gonna jump to verse 11. How should thy vessel then be able to comprehend the way of the highest? Matter of fact, let me start at 10. He said, moreover unto me, thine own things and such as are grown up with thee, canst thou not know? It's like, how should thy vessel then be able to comprehend the way of the highest, and the world being now outwardly corrupted, to understand the corruption that is evident in my sight? Yeah, so he was saying, look, if you can't even understand basic shit, you know what I mean, how you gonna comprehend stuff that's far beyond your pay grade, so to speak. All right. Verse 12. Then said I unto him, it were better. Salakia, let me jump down. Let me see, verse 14. And said, come, let us go and make war. Start from 13. He answered me and said, I went into a forest, into a plain, and the trees took counsel. And like I said, this is what this part reminds me of when I zoomed in earlier. Right here, all right. That's the landmass. All right, and that's the lake right there, all right, or body of water, if you will. So I was thinking about this scripture, like, and this came to mind because it just lets you know how powerful Yahweh Shem Yahushua is, man. That this lake or body of water can't surpass its boundaries, man. All right. I mean, sure, the water might splash up there a little bit by the landmass when it's a storm or something like that, but it's like it. But when you look at it, what it's doing right now is not passing its parameters, man. All right, it's boundaries. So that's how it is with humans, man. It's certain things that we can't unlock or we can't get to because we're set by a boundary by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And that's what Esau, he can't accept, man. Esau is always trying to defy the Most High, and they call it, you know, like in science, you know, defying the laws of gravity. When you know when somebody says you can't fly, or you know some shit like that, and then you know somebody try to achieve flight or something like that, or anything, man. It's like defying the laws of gravity is going outside of the boundaries of science, man. Pretty much, man. But that's what Esau tried to do on a day-to-day basis, man. Try to defy what the Most High already set up. When you know you ain't gonna get past it, man. All right, that's why your ass can't go all the way down to the bottom of the Pacific or the Atlantic, or you know, or any deep ocean. You can't go all the way to the bottom of it because the pressure down there is too high. Or you can't go all the way out into the atmosphere. And you didn't even land on the moon, man. All right. 2nd Ezra 4. Let me see, verse 13. It says, he answered me and said, I went into a forest, into a plain, and the trees took counsel and said, come, let us go and make war against the sea, that it may depart away before us, and that we may make us more woods. And that's what this, as you can see up there, you see the trees, and he was talking about, like, pretty much he was giving like a little comparison how they was to be talking, like the seeds, the trees talking about, they was, hey man, let's go over there and make war. Let's go over there and make war with that water over there, man. They over there talking shit. Being a little funny, all right. But anyway, it says the floods of the sea also in like manner took counsel and said, come, let us go up and subdue the woods of the plain, that there also we may make us another country. So likewise, the water did the same thing. All right, they wanted to take over the landmass. All right, the trees. All right, and like I said, what you see right now, you see the water is staying at a halt, if you will. It's not going past that which the Most High didn't wanted to go past. Same thing with the trees and the landmass. It's not growing past that what the Most High wanted to grow. All right, let me see, verse 16. It says, let me read back 15. The floods of the sea also in like manner took counsel, said, come, let us go up and subdue the woods of the plain, that there also we may make us another country. The thought of the wood was in vain, for the fire came and consumed it. And that's where you get forest fires and random forest fires and stuff like that from. All right, the Most High is naturally brings the forest down if it's overgrowing. All right, or say if the human population is getting too big. All right, the Most High will, like, you know naturally bring people's deaths, all right, to to manifestation. All right, instead of Esau take it to his own hands and just kill people when he will. But you got a thing called natural selection, or you know, you let the Most High take care of shit, man. All right, same thing with what's happening with those woods, man. If the woods overgrow each other, the fire will consume it. All right, and the Most High have a thing with water, man, where that stays at a standstill. It says, It says, verse 17, 2 Ezra 4, verse 17, the thought of the floods of the sea came likewise to naught, for the sand stood up and stopped them. You see that? And the sand, so the sand and the rocks and stuff like that, it would bring water to a halt. Because sand is used as absorbent for water, or water-soluble substances. It says, if thou wert judged now between these two, whom wouldest thou begin to justify, or whom wouldest thou condemn? I answered and said, verily it is a foolish thought that they both have devised, for the ground is given unto the wood, and the sea also have his place to bear his floods. Then answered he me and said, thou hast given a right judgment, but why judgest thou not thyself also? For like as the ground is given to the wood, and the sea to its floods, even so they that dwell upon the earth may understand nothing but that which is upon the earth, and he that dwelleth above the heavens may only understand the things that are above the height of the heavens. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get this last like 2 verses. That was just pretty much like the topic of what I wanted to say, that we can't go above that which the Most High don't want us to go, man. Because recently I just seen online that Esau is trying to he recently just found out what's inside of a black hole. All right, and he just seen light for the most part, but he's trying to go above that which the Most High didn't want him to go, man. And that's where Esau is fucking up at, man. All right, like Archangel Uriel said, the things that are on earth are given for man to know, and the things that are heavenly are given to the Most High to know, man. All right, it says then answer I and said, I beseech thee, O Lord, let me have understanding. All right, and for it was not my mind to be curious of the high things, but such as pass by us daily, namely wherefore Israel is given up as a reproach to the heathen, and for what cause the people whom thou hast loved is given over unto ungodly nations, and why the law of our forefathers is brought to naught, and the written covenants come to none effects. So that's mainly what Ezra's asking. He's wanting to know why the things are the way they are, mainly concerning his people and shit like that, and why our the law of our forefathers is done away. He ain't, he really wasn't all that curious about the other things. But then Ezra's gave him the answer. So pretty much, like I said, don't go above that which you're able. You know what I mean? And only stay focused on the things that the Lord wants to be attained. The Lord wants us to know. So with that, I'm going to say all praise to Yahweh Shem Shah, double honor to the Apostle Ezra Millstone. Peace and mercy be unto the Lord's elect. Shalom.